Good morning.
Caroline, you've been here so long, it's afternoon. The mic there.
Excuse me. I got up at 5 a.m. and drove through 3 hours of Boston traffic because I believe in my innocence, and I plead in not guilty.
By pleading not guilty, what you're saying is you want to come back and have a trial.
No, okay, then I don't plead not guilty. Can you look at my summons?
Yeah. Look at the summons.
Based on what I believe you explained, it's faulty.
Caroline, I don't hear a word you say unless you speak.
Based on what I believe I heard you say earlier, it's a faulty summons?
Really?
Well, maybe I didn't understand. But
Explain that to me.
Because the speed I was supposed to be driving at is not posted.
Oh, you learned that.
That's what I thought I heard.
You were listening.
I was listening.
Very
because
intently.
I've been here a long time.
To every single word I said. And you said, I wonder if any of this applies to me.
No, I still believed in my innocence before that.
Well, tell me about it.
Well, I came back and went to the school and recreated the scene and took film at night. And I used to be a school teacher, and it's very, very hard to see the speed limit at that location. There's no speed limit in front of the school, so that's why I'm here, because I believe that there should be more signs.
Well, the first thing you don't want to do is start lecturing the judge.
I'm sorry.
On what should be done, because some judges get very upset.
No,
you know?
it's not your job to do that anyway.
Oh, good. Okay. It's not my job.
No.
Good. It's you. Be careful. He's a tough guy.
Okay.
He's on the SWAT team. First guy's out there with the big guns.
No, I was just concerned about the kids.
Oh, I see. Let me explain to you what's going on to everybody else. They just began this system, and the first wave of summonses that went out, there were a whole bunch of them that did not indicate the speed limit in the small box where the print is big. And they indicated the speed limit up at the top of the summons. You can't see it. You literally need a magnifying glass to see it. So I have taken the position that the summons was inadequate for the city to prevail. There's such a disparity between the power of the individual and the power of the sovereign that they should get it right the first time. I think that.
Thank you.
Unless it's a crime of moral turpitude, then I think, and there are other factors involved. But these are speeding tickets. I'm not condoning speeding, but I think everybody should be afforded all of their constitutional rights.
Thank you.
Even though even though you come from Massachusetts.
No, but I grew up in Rhode Island.
Where?
I grew up in Johnston. I went to St. Mary's Academy of Visitation in Providence, and my father's here in a nursing home, and that's why I was here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I'm a Rhode Islander.
okay.
I don't know if that matters.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to help you with this.
I know.
But based on the summons was incomplete.
Okay.
So the matter is going to be dismissed.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
I won't do it again.
Everybody says that.
No, I won't.
Then they come back the following week.
Thank you.
Alan Wigham.
Wigham, yes, Your Honor.
Morning, sir.
How you doing?
Okay, you have two charges. One is failing to stop at a stop sign, and the other is no seat belt.
I plead not guilty to both of them because during the incident where the stop, I had stopped prior because it was two cars coming from my left-hand side, and so I had to stop for them because I wasn't sure they were going to cut in front of me. So I stopped at the stop sign, but then when I went to press the gas, I went around the corner real fast because I had just got a V8 LS Lincoln, so it went around real fast. So as I went up, I seen a police officer parked like behind some bushes. Well, he was in the parking lot, but it was shrubs and stuff there. So that's when he pulled me over. He said, like, I ran the stop sign. I said, like, no, I came to a complete stop because I had two vehicles coming from my left.
Was there anyone in the car with you?
No, there wasn't.
Were there any impartial witnesses?
No, just the cop, what he said and what I'm explaining to you.
So what's going to happen is, if you plead not guilty, then you come back and have a trial.
Yes, sir.
So I'll tell you what's going to happen, okay?
Yes, sir.
So the police officer is going to take the stand, and he'll say, I was in performance of my duty, I've been on the job for 10 years, whatever it is. I had a clear, unobstructed view, and I saw the motorist
go through the stop sign. And he's gonna say, also, I noticed he didn't have his seatbelt on.
Oh,
He's
no.
gonna listen to me, he's gonna testify to that.
Okay.
His story is gonna be here, and your story is gonna be here. Right? That's what's gonna happen, so. Then I'm gonna have to make a decision who I believe,
Yes, sir.
right? Now, it's a terrible thing to say to somebody, I don't think you're telling the truth. I really mean that, and I don't, because it's been my experience that people always recall things in the most favorable light to themselves. Not that they lie, but they always recall things in the most favorable light to themselves,
I understand you.
including the police officer.
That's what,
He will recall it,
understand.
he or she will recall it, saying, I remember the guy went through the sign, I remember he'd have the seatbelt on. Trust me, you'll remember it that way. And you will remember saying, I didn't go through the stop sign. I didn't take it, I had the seatbelt on. So I'm gonna be confronted with that dilemma. But that would mean that you'd have to come back and have a trial.
Yes,
So I'm
sir.
gonna try to avoid that. For you, not for me, I'm gonna be here anyway, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me, what do you do?
I'm a barber.
You're a
professional
barber?
Yes, sir.
I could use a haircut.
That's what I'm looking at. What could you do for this guy?
I can do a nice
get a
man's
high-end
regular on
bike
him.
You look at, you got military bearing.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Were you ever in the military?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were?
Yes, Your Honor.
Inspector Quinn, how do I know?
You're getting pretty good at reading people, Judge.
What branch of the service were you in?
Army, Your Honor.
How many years?
8 years.
Yeah, and where did you serve?
I've served over in Sinai and some in Fallujah.
What's the most delightful experience you had in the military?
Meeting my wife's kid, my wife.
I have. Inspector Quinn, how do you like that?
You know what, Judge, he's hitting all the right spots, pulling all the right triggers right now. All right? He's got the stance going on, he's got the badge. Now he's saying, oh, meeting my wife and kids. I mean, it's a tough act to follow, folks. Don't be letting it down. It's a tough act to follow.
There's something about you that I believe you know. I think what I'm going to do, I'll recommend, is I think I'm going to dismiss the stop sign.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And charge you $40 for the seatbelt, which is not a moving violation.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, you can do that, or come back and have a trial. What do you want to do?
I'd rather do that.
Want to do that?
Yes, sir.
How many haircuts did you miss this morning?
I don't know, probably like
Quite a few.
5.
5?
5.
Oh.
It's early.
That means business is good, right?
It's not that good. Yesterday,
I'm going to reconsider. I think you can afford this.
Business is only good when he's in court, Judge. The minute he's out of court, it slows right down.
You're supposed to say, Judge, business is terrible. I don't have any money. You're telling me I got all the money.
yesterday I didn't cut not one person, Your Honor.
Okay, it's $41.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
The stop sign is dismissed.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Amen.
As you could hear, I clearly had a cold that day. Common sense and most doctors would have advised me to stay home, but that's not the way I was raised. My father froze his face selling fruit out of a pushcart in the dead of winter. He passed on that work ethic to all of his children. 28 people showed up in court that day. All of them sacrificed something to be there. The least I could do was show up and do my job. When duty calls, answer the calls. And then, make sure you have plenty of hot tea and lemon.
All rise and hit subscribe so you don't miss the latest viral moments like this one. Share these videos and weigh in on the cases. You be the judge. Subscribe now.